and welcome to this very special show that's focused on the Indian automobile industry. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Patankar. We are coming to you from the venue of the 12th Auto Expo just outside the nation's capital at the India Expo Mart in Greater Noida. This is a brand new venue and the first time that the Auto Expo has moved out from Pragati Maidan. The intricacies around that, what's happening with the automobile space right now, and indeed the issues that need to be addressed going forward so that this industry, which is one that of course contributes significantly to the Indian economy, can continue its growth path and in fact perhaps become one of the most significant markets for automobiles all over the world. We have a very special guest list with us because we have a special panel of people who are going to be right here. And speaking about this with us, we've also got a special audience here with us, all automobile industry enthusiasts. So it's great to have all of you, but let me introduce our panel to you. First up, right here on my immediate left, we've got Mr. Philip Fonsar, who is the president for BMW India. Great to have you.
Thank you.
Dr. Rohit Baluja heads the Indian Road Traffic Education Institute. Many thanks, sir, for being here.
Thank you, Siddharth.
Sudhir Rao is someone familiar to us, heads Skoda India, the managing director. Great to have you here, Sudhir.
Thanks, Siddharth.
Dhruv Behel is known to all of us as a member on the NDTV Car and Bike Awards jury, but besides that, also better known as the editor for Auto X magazine. Dhruv, good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
And Mr. Naneshwar Sen, of course, is a familiar face to us, has for long represented Honda. He is Vice President Sales and Marketing. Good to have you here as well, sir.
Thanks, Siddharth.
Let's kick this off. We are going to talk about the Auto Expo first up because I think the venue sort of decides that for me. I'm going to start, in fact, all the way across with you, Mr. Sen. Always an important event for the sector, no doubt about it. A lot of attention gets onto the space for this reason. A lot of money gets spent. Now that we are coming to the sort of end of the 12th edition, first impression, how's it been?
Very good. And we have been very happy with the overall setup right from the time we started our construction here. And what is really good for us is that lots of people have turned up, and the profile of these people who have come to the show is really good. They're really interested in automobiles, and they have behaved extremely well, quite contrary to some of our past experiences. And so overall, a very, very positive frame of mind for all of us as far as the venue and the organization is concerned.
The basic premise, Philip, seems to be that, of course, you know, everybody assumes that you do this, the car and bike manufacturers do this because you want to sell more products. When it comes to the mass space, you understand that a little more easily. How does it work for you?
It's also not only the reason is to sell more cars, it's also to present the brand, to present the status of the technique we can offer. And this is what we also want to deliver here on the stand. And I also want to say, like you said it, I was really impressed about the quality of the different pavilions of the brands, about the technique, LED technique, and so on, how the brands presented themselves. Of course, everybody in a different style, every brand has a different character, but this was really interesting to see, and it was really a global standard.
That's what we've been seeing from all the brands. In fact, we've gotten the, Dhruv will agree with me, you get used to seeing a certain look, let's say, from manufacturers, and you're seeing that here as well. In terms of the professionalism around the organization of this time's edition, Sudhir, would you say the experience has been a good one?
It's been absolutely outstanding, Siddharth. I've never seen such a good media day as on day one. Everything worked like clockwork. The people who wanted to meet with us and see the products really had the field wide open for that. And then the way it transitioned from the media day to the dealers or the industry stakeholders on the morning of day two, and then it's gradually opened up. I think it's just worked really, really well. I haven't been here during the consumer day, so to speak, but the feedback I get from my team says that even that was very, very well organized. So hats off to everybody involved in organizing this.
You had two unveils here, and of course the crowds would have been lapping that up. So
yes.
I'm sure, yes, we have been here on the consumer days, so Dhruv and I can vouch for it. There's been a lot of people and interested people as well. The fact about how we've seen a lot more happening, Dhruv, in terms of global premieres and getting a little bit more of that global attention onto the Indian industry, has that been enough, firstly?
Yeah, you know, I mean, the organization has been great. It's very much a new and improved Auto Expo. But I think what's made it even better still is the fact that these gentlemen sitting around us
have brought new products to the table. They've made debuts, they've made global premieres and global debuts, and that's really what has elevated the profile of the Expo.
Dr. Baluja, as you watch this happening from the outside, very often it's called the industry's biennial carnival, and it's looked upon as being more about just the glamour or the glitz of the industry and not really the substance. Of course, all the manufacturers will argue that. But as you view it from the outside and as you also view the kind of growth that the industry is seeing and the number of vehicles coming onto the roads, do you think there needs to be another side to this that also gets exhibited at the Expo?
Yes, I think so, because you see the glitz, you see the grittiarity, and it's so nice to see the growth of the automobile industry in the country and the growing numbers of the automobiles. But what actually brings us to a fear is the safety in these automobiles, the safety in the structure, the safety of everything within it. Because as we see that the number of road crash fatalities in India have reached almost to 12% of the global fatalities of 140,000 with 2.8 million serious injuries. And much of it is because of the unsafe automobiles. So I would like to see tomorrow's automobiles are that we also talk about safety as a component to the public, and everybody should know how safe is the automobile I'm getting into.